Welcome everybody, it is Andrew here. I'm coming to you from the AppleInsider studio. I'm going to walk you through some other great changes coming as part of iPadOS 15. In this video, I'm going to be showing you how the Files app is getting even better thanks to this massive new update. Now, in this case, I'm using my 2021 12.9-inch iPad Pro with the all-new white Magic Keyboard. But a lot of these things are not going to matter. They're still going to work for you as long as you have an iPad that is supporting iPadOS 15. With that said, let's go ahead and dive into this. The first feature to talk about, and man is this long overdue, is we actually have a transfer indicator when you're copying or moving files around in the Files application. You'll see a tiny little circle in that top right-hand corner letting you know that a file is being transferred. From there, you can tap on it and see a larger status bar of your transfer in real time, and you're able to cancel any tasks that are ongoing right there. So you move some files over, you don't want to move them anymore and you did the wrong thing, you can now stop that and cancel that transfer right from the indicator. So it's super handy to not only see your progress, but to be able to cancel any ongoing transfers that you may have initiated. If you're using a mouse or a trackpad, anything like that, it could be the one built in here on the Magic Keyboard. You could be using a mouse. There's plenty of different, mice on the market. This is, Apple's Magic Mouse 2. You could be using a third-party guy. This right here, this is from Bridge. This is the iTrack. It is an actual Bluetooth trackpad designed for the iPad. So this is also a great option if you're looking to get like a mouse or a trackpad. But if you're using any of these devices, whether it's the mouse, the trackpad, the integrated one, and the Magic Keyboard, you can now use a click and drag Marque Tool inside the Files app. So if I'm in Files and I want to compress a bunch of folders or compress a bunch of files or move a bunch of stuff at once, I can actually now just click and drag around my files and select multiple at once. It's super handy and feels like I'm just on a desktop. Another new option in the Files app is this ability to use groups. So if we go into something, maybe preview here, I've got a whole lot of files going on. I can select on that little square icon in the top right hand corner, tap on that and go down to use groups. And it'll sort everything by groups. So I can see all of my folders, I can see documents, images, PDFs, all sorts of things that I have in this app. So it basically just groups all of your files by their type and makes it really easy to find what you're looking for, aside from search or anything like that. iPad is becoming more like the Mac with iPadOS 15 in one big way. Now, if you've ever tried to plug in a Windows formatted drive, NTFS as it's usually referred to, if you ever plug those into your Mac, you may notice that it can read those files, but it can't write to those disks. Well, that's basically what we're getting with iPadOS 15. Now, if you have something formatted in NTFS, it could be something as simple as a little flash drive. I've got a SanDisk one here that's both USB-A and USB-C. I can plug this in. So this is formatted in NTFS. I can read it on here, so I can copy files off, and it works with anything else. So if I got an SSD, this Glyph Atom RAID SSD, or if you have a hard drive, that is key. And what makes this really powerful is, especially if you're in a work environment, or using your iPad on the go, and you get a flash drive, you get a hard drive, something like that, and you need to grab a file off of. Previously, if it was formatted in NTFS, you couldn't do anything with it. But thanks to iPadOS 15, that is solved. You can at least read those files here on iPad now. It's a big step up, and I'm really glad that Apple added this small but pretty crucial feature. Here's another new feature in iPadOS 15 that you may have not known about, and that is improved drag and drop support. Get this, you can now drag and drop images, documents, and files from one app right into another. So whether you have two apps in split view or you're dragging it, going to your home screen, and then jumping back into another application, you can drag around multiple things, including files and documents, along with photos, in between various applications. It's super great and a big improvement to multitasking here on iPad. And if you're coming from an Android device, here's another nice improvement. When you're moving from an Android device to an iPad with iPadOS 15, you're going to move not just, all of your, apps or settings and email and all that crap, but you're also going to be able to move your documents, files, folders, and your accessibility settings. But the big thing here, since we're talking about files, is now when you're transferring from Android to iPadOS or iOS, it still works with iPhone, but when you're transferring over, it now has the ability to transfer your files and folders as well as everything that it transferred before. Now, iPadOS has been getting better and better over time, and Apple really made some big step-ups this year. Files app, though, I think it still has a ways to go. There's a lot more features that I'd love to see come to Files that Apple just still hasn't brought to fruition with iPadOS 15. We may see a few more changes before iPadOS 15 is finally released, but thanks to the new Thunderbolt 3 support on the new iPad Pros, alongside USB-C that we had before that, there's just so much you can do with Files. So Apple has done a lot with iPadOS 15, and I'm really excited to see where Files goes in the future. Let me know what you guys think, and if you have any questions at all, find me on Twitter at Andrew_OSU, and stay tuned. We've got a lot more videos down the pipe to show you everything else new coming in Apple's future software updates.